All right, folks, this car, I have to say, is hands down probably one of the nicest cars I have ever driven. I never get cars this nice. I don't even know how I ended up with this one, but I got lucky. And whoever buys this car will be lucky as well. This is a 2005 Mercury Montego. Believe it or not, they actually consider this a full-sized car. It has 132,629 miles on it. But I can promise you, by looking at this car, the inside and the outside and driving it, you would think this car had 32,000 miles on it. And when I say it's loaded, it's beyond loaded. It has more equipment in it than I can even tell you. I have driven this car a bit because I like to drive it, first of all. So let me see. How do I do this? I don't even know if I can do this. Info. 141, and I think I've even done more mileage, and I probably put a couple hundred miles on this car. Love it. Love this car to death. Now, here's the best part of this car. It's considered, I guess, what they would call a full-size car. I call it a mid-size car. But anyway, this is an all-wheel drive vehicle. I have driven this car in some of the really bad snowstorms we've had recently. Wow, does this thing go through the snow. Amazing. What a great car. All right, let me try to go through some of this equipment with you guys so you can see. And we'll do the power windows first. Right rear. There's your passenger front. Come around to this side. There's your passenger rear. And of course the all-important driver's window. Oops, hit the switch the wrong way. And it goes up. There we go. Heated leather seats, of course, on both sides. There's that one, and there's that one. Gotta love the bun warmers. It's got traction control, anti-lock brakes, airbags all over the place. I mean, this is some car. It has an in-dash 6-disc CD changer. So you do it right here. You don't even have to use one of those other things. I mean, I can't even begin to tell you how much stuff this car has. It's got dual zone electronic climate control that works fantastic. The heat is great in this car. Unfortunately, I can't comment on the air conditioner. I think it works. I mean, it all lights up and everything, but it's just been too cold out. Let's see. Oh, we've got full owner's manual, everything in the glove box. I have 2 keys and 2 keyless remotes that came with the car. I even have the door code for the outside of this car. That's something I almost never get. Let's check the real important stuff. Horn. Horn works. The wipers. Yep, they work, as you can see. Oh, yep, it does have, as you can see, a tilt and slide. Sunroof, moonroof, whatever you want to call it. There you go. And let's see, is it that way, or do you push this button? Oh, there you go. You push the little button, and as you can see, the tilt. Now what do you do? Okay, that. Oh, and that opens it. All right. Well, I just learned how to use the sunroof on this thing. Let's see, what else? I mean, radio, let's check that out here. As you can see, the radio does work. I cannot comment on the CD changer. I have not loaded CDs into this. I'm sure it works, but I won't guarantee that because I don't know. I haven't actually tried it. But like I said, everything else in this car does work exactly as it should. Oh, get this. This car has a 6-speed automatic transmission. It's so weird. It feels like you're not even shifting when you're driving this car. It's got all the controls, as you can see, on the steering wheel for the radio. Over here, all the gizmos for the the driver information center, of course. Delay wipers, of course. Automatic headlights. Oh, it's got the adjustable pedals. You know, they move in and out. Your gas and your brake pedal. Oh, it's got memory seat, which goes, it's keyed to each keyless remote. Let's check the mirror. Your left one works perfectly. Now let's do the right one. And as you can see, that works perfectly. Okay, so there's no problems there. The interior is absolutely gorgeous as far as, I mean, look, even where you rest your elbow, you can see is in perfect shape. I mean, whoever owned this car really, really took care of it and really maintained it well, because it would not be running and look this nice if it was beat up. Okay, let me step out here and I'll show you the driver's area. Okay, oh here, let's see, let's demonstrate your pedals. There you go, you see they went in, now they're coming out. Here, I'll try to hold the camera steady so you can see, you can hear it, see, there they go. All right, so they work exactly as they're supposed to, okay? Has power trunk release here on both keyless remotes. The steering wheel, of course, is adjustable. All right. So yeah, this is just one heck of a car. Oh, power seat, of course. Forwards, backwards, up, and down. And that's also keyed into the, that's what the memory is actually for. It sets up your radio stations, your temperature. It sets up your seat for you. So however you like to have it adjusted, a push of a button. And even if somebody else was driving your car and they readjusted everything, well, guess what? A push of a button and bam, you're back in business. Okay, front tire, left front tire. Very good brand, a Pirelli. And I have this handy dandy little gizmo here. That tells me that the front tire has, where is it? Over 7/32 of tread on it. All right, nice aluminum alloy wheel from Mercury. Rear tire, also a Pirelli, which is a good brand. And the rear tire, that has not quite as good. That's about 4/32. Okay, so yeah, the back tire is not that great. Let's go to this side. And let's see what this one says. All right, do that. And that one's, yeah, about 4/32. And it's a Pirelli. It looks like this car actually has matching tires on it. So that's a fantastic sign. That always says something to me. And the front tire here has almost, well, 9.5, almost 10/32 of tread. So the front tires are in very good condition. The rear tires are okay. I wouldn't call them great. The wheels are very nice, and these are actually pretty decent sized tires. Yeah, these are 18-inch tires and wheels on this car. So that's probably part of the reason why it handles so nicely and is such a nice car. Okay, right front fender. Let's look at this side. Looks like a tiny little mark there. Looks like this isn't perfectly even, but not bad. Coming along this way. Coming down this side. I know this side has a couple of dings and bumps on it. Yeah, right here, it looks like there's a ding there. Let's see if we can look at it this way. You can see. But really not that bad. Not that bad at all. It's actually, like I said, a really, really super nice car. All right, let's open up this side. As you can see, this is your passenger side. Very nice, beautiful condition. Seat. Oh, look at power seat on this side too. Forwards, backwards, the seat back. It works exactly as it should. And up. I don't think it goes, I guess it's not power up and down. Okay, interesting. All right, here of course is the door on this side. We'll do the door jamb. I mean, you can just see what a clean, nice car this is. Gorgeous car. And of course, down here is where you'll see if there's going to be a rust problem. It would be down in this area. But as you can see, clean as a whistle. All right, let's open this one up. And we'll see the back seat, of course. You can see how that is. And as you can see, nice leather. Very clean. All the floor mats are here. Look at it. It's even got the latch system for the the child's seat. It looks like these are fold down seats. It does have an armrest. Check that out. Bam. I'm going to leave that down so when I open the trunk up you can see how much room this car actually has. But let's do this. We're going to do our door jamb. And again, of course, clean as a whistle. Here's the door panel in the back. And let's do the door frame itself. And as you can see, absolutely gorgeous. What a car. I got to tell you, I am so impressed by this car. I feel like I'm forgetting something. Oh yeah, the roof. Let's do the roof on this side. As you can see, no nicks, no dings, no dents, no scratches. This is hands down the nicest car I have on my lot right now. All right, as you can see, the rear quarter panel, tiny, tiny little mark right there. Other than that, I'm going to use the word perfect. All right, here's the back. Oh, this is also the Premier Edition, and that probably is what means why it has so much equipment. Let me push, I got to pop the trunk. I thought I did, but, oh, it clicked, so I guess that, oh, you know what? Maybe it is open. Didn't even try. Oh, there we go. Okay. Now, a couple amazing things about this car. First of all, look at this rear bumper. Look at how nice and clean that is. No scratches. This car's never backed into anything, it looks like. What a car. Let's go underneath. There you can see the rear axle, of course, like I said, it's all-wheel drive, so that means it drives both front and rear wheels. Here's your trunk, and you can see, first of all, let me step back, and you can see that this is a huge trunk. But you open up that seat, and look at how much room you have. It's cavernous. This thing has absolutely a huge amount of space. You have your cargo net, which we should have put back in. I don't know why my guy didn't do that. And let's see what's under here. Yep, and there it is. Looks like I don't think that tire has, that looks like a full-size spare. It has never apparently been out of this car. So that is fantastic. Let's see. Oh, here, let's do the trunk itself. The front, the trunk, you can see, very nice. The trunk jamb. I love these outboard hinges too. They don't get in the way if you like pack a bunch of suitcases in there. It doesn't get in the way of your luggage. It doesn't like crush down on it like the old goosenecks used to. All right, let's close this baby up. There you go. As I said, it is all-wheel drive. I should have put my plate in there, but that's okay. Just a pretty, pretty car. All right, coming up the driver's side. Left rear quarter panel, perfect. No nicks, no dents, no scratches. Rear door on the left side, no nicks, no dents, no scratches. Roof on this side, no nicks, no dents. I do see a tiny little imperfection there and there. I wouldn't even call it a ding, I would just call it a slight imperfection. All right, coming around here, here's your door jamb. And of course, here's the interior on this side. Just a beautiful car. All right, and here we go. This is your actual door itself. And you can see down below, absolutely clean. I'm telling you, you're gonna feel when you drive away in this car like you bought yourself a brand new car. That's how nice this car actually is. I would hop in this car and I would drive it to California in a second. It's so comfortable. And I believe it just runs just so good. All right, let's come around to this side and we'll do the door itself, of course, again, because I want to show you all four doors. Perfectly clean, not a speck of rust on it. Oh, I do see a very tiny imperfection on this side right there. Let's see, driver's door looks like, let me get it from all angles so you guys can see, no nicks, no dings, no dents, no imperfections whatsoever. Left front fender, what is that? Is that dust? Or no, that's a tiniest little scrape there, but other than that, left front fender is perfect. Let's come around to the front of the car, and we'll step back. It has factory fog lights, and they do work because I've driven this car at night. The headlights, as you can see, perfectly clear. None of that fogging, no hazing, no marks, nothing. The front bumper, just like the rear bumper, looks like it has never hit anything. Okay, I see a couple of minor stone chips, but that's about it. Even looking down low, you can see how nice it is. All right, let's take a look underneath the car. And you can see, that is just fantastic. Now, as I always say, and I'll say it for this car, heart and soul of any machine that you have to drive is this part right here, the engine and transmission. And believe me, you can even see the guy wrote, it takes 6 quarts of oil, so apparently this guy was pretty big on doing the old oil changes and everything like you're supposed to. I mean, you can even tell, look at, they sprayed the battery terminals. All right, that shows you that this car was probably dealer maintained, because it's usually only the dealers I ever see that do that. But this thing just runs unbelievable. Now, I don't know if there's a way I can stick my hand in here and rev this up for you. Yeah, it looks a little complicated, quite frankly. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to give you a little walk around the engine compartment and shut up so you can listen to the motor. And as you can hear, it sounds just like it did when it was brand new. Here's your hood. And this is in perfect shape as well. I mean, you can see right here is where rust would build up if there were any. Not a speck of visible rust on this car whatsoever. Okay, this actually, just so you guys know, is a 3-liter V6. But let me tell you something, with this 6-speed transmission, this car gets up and goes. Now, remember, it is all-wheel drive, and it is a full-size car. And I'll step back a little bit so you can see how beautiful it is. It is all-wheel drive. It is a full-size car. You're not going to get 35, 40 miles to the gallon. But I'll tell you what you are going to get is one heck of a smooth, beautiful driving experience. And safety, all-wheel drive, airbags, anti-lock brakes, traction control, it's all there. And check this out. If you live in New Jersey, this sticker goes with the car. It is valid until May of 2015, so basically you have about 14 months left on the New Jersey State Inspection sticker. Oh, and as I said before, see this little gizmo right there? I do have the code for that, so you can open the trunk, you can open the doors, whatever you want, by that keypad. Now, we're going to take it for a ride, and you'll see how nice this car goes down the road. All right, folks, we're going to take it for a spin now. One thing I failed to mention when I started the car up before, but I'll mention it now, there are absolutely no check engine or warning lights on. And this actually, you have the ability on this car to cycle through all diagnostics and, the electrical system, the heating system, everything. And it's all perfect. Not an issue to be found in this car as far as mechanical things. So it's all ready to go. Okay, now, as you notice, the car's not running. I do that intentionally. I started the car before, it was ice cold. Now I'm starting the car up after we've given it a chance to warm up. This way, you'll see that you've gotten to see the car start cold and warm. So whenever you go to look for a used car, a new car, well, usually a used car, you might want to be a little suspicious if you show up at the dealer and the car's all warmed up for you, especially on a cold winter day. It means one of two things. Either they're really nice and they're just trying to make it nicer for you, or they're trying to hide something that only occurs when the car is cold. So you always, always, always want to make sure your car starts. You start it when it's cold and you start it when it's warm. That's why I do it that way. Okay, let's see. I put the automatic headlights on, I think, right? Yeah, and then you pull that for that. Okay. I think we're ready to go here. Yeah. Put it in drive. Now it's interesting, like I said, this is a 3-liter engine with a 6-speed automatic transmission. But the only choices you have as far as shifting it yourself is low and drive, so whatever. But it's so incredibly smooth. I gotta turn this fan down. Let me see if I turn the temperature down. There we go, it goes down. It's so incredibly smooth, you can't even feel this car shift. All right, here we go. And it's quiet. See, I can lower my voice, talk to you in a normal tone of voice, or actually lower for me than a normal tone of voice, and you can hear quite plainly what I'm saying. This was Ford's luxury division, Mercury. Always, obviously Lincoln was the top, but in the middle was Mercury as their luxury division. Car goes down the road, as you can see, hands off the wheel, both of them going perfectly straight. So no issues with the front end, no issues whatsoever on this car. This is one of the few cars I have that I can honestly say I don't think you'll need to do a thing to this car if you buy it. Not a thing, except, obviously an oil change, that's it. But that is just normal maintenance, and I always recommend that for anybody that buys a car that they're not familiar with. All right, we're gonna turn around right here, and then we'll head back. And fortunately, one of the cool things, well, right now it's good and bad for me, is I'm going to do a brake test for you guys so you can see how the brakes work. I'm sure this car has anti-lock brakes, because if it has traction control, that means it's got anti-lock brakes. But anyway, I'll demonstrate that they work properly. But also, the parking lot across the street where I normally perform the brake test is just coated with ice and snow right now. And I can actually demonstrate the all-wheel drive of this car very well. All right, here we go. I mean, unbelievable. It's a funny story. I actually thought that maybe there was something wrong with this transmission, because I'm so used to the older cars, banging, shifting through the gears, and you can really feel it. And I could not figure out why I couldn't feel that in this car until I did a little research and found out that it was a 6-speed automatic, and that it just shifts so smoothly, it feels like it's a single speed. It's really strange, but beautiful nonetheless. All right, and as I said, now what I'd like you to do when I pull into this lot, watch the steering wheel. I'm going to let go of the wheel, and I want you to see what happens with the steering wheel, and I'll explain that after I do it, and it'll make a little more sense to you. But keep your eyes right here. All right, I'm going to pull in here. I don't want to hit anything. So here we go, and it's very bumpy and icy. So here we go, and brake. Now, the reason I wanted you to watch this is if you'll notice when the steering wheel settled, it did a little jiggle like that. You probably couldn't hear this on the video, but I could hear it, the anti-lock pump operating. Anti-lock brakes, in my opinion, greatest thing in the world. Now, we are sitting right now on a solid sheet of ice. Okay, if I were in a front-wheel drive car or a rear-wheel drive car, most likely I wouldn't even be able to move, but here we go. And there you go, check this out. Look at this, boom, no problem, right through. I mean, if you could see how icy and nasty this is, you'd be surprised. And check, I don't know if you can see this in the video, but in the dash, you can see it'll light up and say the traction control is active. Here we go backwards. And I'm gonna do it one more time. I wish you guys could just see how icy this actually is. If you can see, look at the dashboard and you might see the traction control light up. Traction control active. Oh, and a little flashy thing comes on. So right there, this car goes through the snow and the ice like nobody's business. So it's a very, I would feel very secure driving this in almost any kind of weather. Now, it's not a four-wheel drive pickup truck, okay? You're not going to be able to go off-roading with this car, anything like that. All-wheel drive just provides you with the security, especially with traction control, that whatever wheel has the most traction, that's the one that's going to spin. And that's how you get yourself extricated out of an icy, nasty situation. All right, let me pull into the lot here. Yeah, but you're not going to be able to go Baja and off-road. You don't have the wheel clear or height clearance for that, and you don't want to destroy a really nice car by doing that either. Okay, we're back at the lot. I'm going to go over the car one more time and take a little walk around the outside. This is a 2005 Mercury Montego. Yes, they did bring that old nameplate back to life for a few years. Sorry about my hands getting in the way here, folks. It now has 132,630 miles on it, as you can plainly see right there. All right, let's take a walk around, a nice walk around the outside. And like I said, this is just one heck of a fantastic car. This probably, in its day, was a very, very expensive car. But because it's an 05 and it's got 2,000 miles on it, you will be able to get one heck of a deal on this car. But just look at this baby. It's a beautiful gray, dark gray color. I mean, other than a couple little dings and bruises on it, it's in fantastic shape body-wise. Every option I could possibly want in a car, or think of in a car actually, is in this car. You know, that was available during those years. Just an absolute, like I said, this is probably the best vehicle I have on my lot right now. All right, back up. And you get a nice look at this baby. Okay, as I always do, I really hope this car goes to someone that needs a family car, but a nice sporty family car. It handles fantastic with that all-wheel drive, and it's probably going to be very reliable for many, many miles to come. Thank you.